Marrying a prince might sound like a fairy tale, but joining the British royal family comes with a host of rules and sacrifices that few could imagine. After Meghan exchanged vows with Harry at St. George's Chapel in the spring of 2018, she found herself bound by centuries-old traditions and protocols. From restrictions on her wardrobe to limitations on expressing her thoughts publicly, Meghan's life changed dramatically. Gone were the days of carefree travel, spontaneous outings, or a simple post on Instagram. For Meghan, entering the royal fold meant a life of careful planning and controlled appearances, far from the Hollywood lifestyle she once knew. Would you be willing to trade such a vibrant life for love? Let's look at the things she had to give up to enter the British royal family. To bid farewell go girls' trips and dinners. When Meghan Markle became part of the royal family, her lifestyle shifted in many ways, including her penchant for lively dinners, spontaneous trips with friends, and relaxed social media posts. One of the reasons fans admired the Markle sparkle was her down-to-earth, relatable nature. She seemed like someone you could easily enjoy a casual evening with. Meghan truly enjoyed a glass of wine, especially during an indulgent dinner. Her now-closed blog, The Tig, was even named after her favorite wine, Tignanello, a rich red blend from Italy. Through this blog, she often shared her passions, including travel, food, and fine wines. Her Instagram, now long gone, showcased numerous photos of delicious dinners, each framed by laughter and, of course, glasses of wine. Captions playfully hinted at her love for a good time, like, "Why not?" Girls' getaways were also close to her heart. Meghan was known for spontaneous, joy-filled trips with her closest friends. These getaways were full of vibrant moments that highlighted her fun, adventurous spirit, and her close-knit friendships. Now, technically, she could still partake in dinners, wine, and occasional getaways. However, as a royal, such things would need to be far more discreet, hidden from the public eye, and carried out on the DL. Of course, having access to luxurious castles offers some unique perks that make up for these changes. After all, it's not every day one's personal life gains royal sophistication. Her social media presence is a thing of the past. When Meghan Markle decided to join the royal family, one of the biggest changes she embraced was stepping away from her lively social media presence. Known for sharing snippets of her life, thoughts, and travels, Meghan made the heartfelt choice to say goodbye to her personal accounts and lifestyle website. In a way, she was channeling NSYNC, giving a final bye to platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Her lifestyle blog, The Tig was a particular fan favorite. It was a space where Meghan expressed her passions for travel, wine, wellness, and everything she held close to her heart. Through her blog, Meghan created a sense of connection with her audience, sharing favorite recipes, travel stories, and even inspiring quotes. This blog allowed her to offer a personal glimpse into her world, which only added to her approachable charm. When she began her relationship with Prince Harry, though, stepping away from social media became necessary. It wasn't just about privacy, but about adapting to the royal protocols that encourage a more reserved public persona. Giving up her public accounts and beloved blog wasn't a small sacrifice. It was a profound statement, an act of love and commitment to her new role and responsibilities. If ever Meghan wanted a taste of the social media world again, she could do a #takeover for the official Kensington Palace account. While it wouldn't be quite the same as running her own page, it still offered a way for her to occasionally connect with the world, but this time, in a way befitting her royal role. No more autographs. When Meghan Markle was an actress, signing autographs was just another part of the job. Fans often asked her for autographs, and like any public figure, she likely signed countless mementos. However, once she became engaged to Prince Harry and began preparing to enter the British royal family, her life began to change. As a soon-to-be royal, she had to leave this celebrity habit behind, transitioning into a life filled with royal duties and traditional protocols. One of the most unique rules she had to follow was the ban on signing autographs. Royals are generally prohibited from signing autographs to avoid the risk of their signatures being forged. This rule is quite strict and applies to almost all members of the royal family, as reported by the Express. Although this restriction may seem overly cautious, it's a protective measure given the public roles and responsibilities royals hold. Interestingly, Prince Charles has encountered situations where fans requested his autograph, and he's known to politely decline with an apology, explaining that he is unable to fulfill the request, as noted by the Telegraph. However, in an emotional moment during a visit to Cornwall following a devastating flood, Prince Charles bent the rules slightly. A local resident, whose home had been severely damaged by the flood, asked for his signature. Touched by the man's situation, Charles obliged, signing Charles 2010. This rare gesture demonstrated the prince's compassion and understanding of people's desire for a connection with the royal family. Meghan Markle followed a similar path once, shortly before her wedding to Prince Harry. In January 2018, while meeting the public, she encountered a young fan named Caitlin, who asked for an autograph. Rather than signing her name, which would go against protocol, Markle found a clever way to honor the request without breaking the rule. She took the paper and simply wrote, "Hi, Caitlin," along with a small heart. This thoughtful gesture allowed her to make a memorable connection with the young fan while still adhering to the royal family's guidelines. For Meghan, adjusting to royal traditions like these was an important part of her journey into the royal family. Following these rules and learning to navigate royal duties showed her dedication to her new role, highlighting the balance between her life as a former actress and her future as a royal. Voting is out. Meghan Markle has never been one to shy away from political issues. Known for her outspokenness and activism, she has voiced her views on various causes over the years, making her stance on certain issues very clear. However, as she prepared to join the British royal family, this history of advocacy raised questions about how she would adapt to the strict political neutrality expected of royals. Historian Robert Lacey, a noted biographer of Queen Elizabeth, commented on this challenge in an interview with The Guardian. He pointed out that Meghan's active political history could lead to complications, stating, "I can see that this is going to be a real problem in the months and years ahead for her, an existential problem." He went on to suggest that Meghan's activism might even affect her relationships within the family, remarking, "I don't imagine the Queen will be in a rush to have Meghan at the royal family's vacation house in Scotland when Trump visits." These remarks highlighted the potential conflicts Meghan could face as she moved into a life where neutrality on political matters is key. This situation was particularly complex for Meghan, as one of the unwritten rules of the royal family is to avoid sharing any political opinions or preferences. As she prepared to marry Prince Harry, Meghan faced the difficult transition from vocal activist to a royal who must remain silent on these issues. According to the official website of the British royal family, the Queen herself is expected to remain strictly neutral with respect to political matters. Although this rule explicitly applies to the Queen, it's generally followed by all royal family members to avoid any appearance of partisanship or political bias. Another significant aspect of this political neutrality is the long-standing tradition of royals abstaining from voting in elections. While the Queen is the only royal explicitly barred from voting, it is expected that other family members follow this example to maintain impartiality. This tradition is deeply rooted in the monarchy, reflecting the royal family's commitment to staying above the political fray. For Meghan, who grew up in the United States where voting is considered a civic duty, this was yet another significant adjustment in her journey to becoming a royal. As Meghan took on her new role, she had to carefully navigate these expectations, setting aside her previous advocacy and embracing the unique responsibilities that come with royal life. Her path into the royal family required her to make these significant changes, a clear indicator of her commitment to fulfilling her new role. No more PDA. When Meghan Markle and Prince Harry first appeared together in public, it was clear to everyone just how smitten they were with each other. The couple's affection was on full display, and their love seemed genuine, refreshing, and delightfully unrestrained. But as Meghan began her journey into the British royal family, she encountered a unique set of expectations that she had to embrace, including the traditional rule around public displays of affection, PDA, among royals. Royal protocol generally frowns upon open displays of affection, especially during official engagements. While this isn't an official rule, it is an unspoken expectation rooted in the monarchy's formal approach to public appearances. Meghan, as a newcomer to the royal family, quickly realized that this would be a challenging adjustment. It wasn't just a change in her behavior. It was about respecting the long-standing customs that come with being a royal. It's understandable why this rule might be difficult to follow for Meghan and Harry, given their strong connection. Whether it was at formal events or casual outings, the two were often seen holding hands, exchanging warm looks, and showing genuine affection. But gradually, they needed to tone down this public affection to meet the expectations of royal decorum. Meghan, having grown up in a culture where PDA is generally accepted, found herself needing to balance her own comfort with the customs of her new family. Rumor has it that Queen Elizabeth herself, known for her commitment to tradition, had a gentle but firm word with the couple about their frequent hand-holding. This subtle reminder was a way to help Meghan and Harry understand the importance of adhering to royal standards, particularly in the public eye. While it may have been a challenge for the crazy-in-love couple, they both demonstrated a willingness to respect the royal customs they had joined. No bare legs for Meg. When photos of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announcing their engagement appeared, most eyes were likely drawn first to Meghan's beautiful engagement ring, a sparkling piece that instantly made headlines. But for some royal watchers, it wasn't just the ring that stood out. Meghan's choice to go bare-legged that day became a topic of conversation, as she opted to forego the traditional nude stockings that royals are expected to wear during public appearances. Royal expert Victoria Arbiter shared insight into this royal fashion rule in an interview with a Business Insider. She explained, "You never see a royal without their nude stockings. I would say that's really the only hard, steadfast rule in terms of what the Queen requires." This preference for nude stockings, set by Queen Elizabeth, has long been an understated but significant part of the royal dress code, symbolizing the formality and elegance that the family aims to project. At the time of the engagement announcement, Meghan may not have been fully aware of this particular rule. As an American actress transitioning into the highly traditional British royal family, Meghan faced a steep learning curve when it came to royal protocols and customs. The pantyhose rule, while subtle, reflected a larger set of expectations regarding appearance that Meghan would soon need to follow. In the months following her engagement, Meghan gradually adjusted her wardrobe choices to align with these royal standards. At public events, she started wearing nude stockings, adhering to the Queen's preferences and embracing the polished, refined image expected of her new role. This small but symbolic shift in her attire marked Meghan's willingness to respect and adapt to the customs of her royal family, reflecting her commitment to integrating into her new life. This change was just one of many that Meghan embraced on her journey to becoming a member of the British monarchy. She understood that these customs, though perhaps unexpected at first, were an important part of honoring the traditions of the family she was about to join. Goodbye to the California twang. Growing up in sunny California, Meghan Markle had the warm, relaxed accent that reflects the spirit of the West Coast. However, as she prepared to marry into the British royal family, experts speculated that Meghan's American accent might gradually shift to sound more traditionally British. According to etiquette expert Zarif Hardy, this transformation would not be immediate, but likely inevitable, as Meghan immersed herself in the life and customs of the royals. Hardy shared her insight on this process, explaining, "I think that American accent will definitely be refined. Changing accents takes a long time, but you've only got to look at Princess Mary to see how her Australian accent vanished." Hardy's reference to Princess Mary of Denmark, who adapted to Danish culture and even refined her accent, highlighted how natural it is for people joining a foreign royal family to slowly adopt aspects of the local language and mannerisms. The process of refining Meghan's accent was expected to go beyond simply picking up British expressions or adjusting her tone. To support her transition, Meghan was likely to take part in elocution classes, where she could practice a more neutral British pronunciation. These classes would help her speak in a way that aligned with the royal family's traditions, subtly easing her California tone into a more refined British style. Alongside elocution, Meghan would likely engage in history classes to deepen her understanding of the rich cultural heritage and lineage of the royal family she was joining. This attention to detail, from accent refinement to historical knowledge, demonstrated Meghan's commitment to respecting and embracing British culture. The shift in her accent would not only help her connect with her new role, but also signify her dedication to merging her background with the royal traditions of her new family. For Meghan, saying goodbye to her California twang was just one small but meaningful step in her journey into the British monarchy. New bedtime. In the royal world, even bedtime comes with its own set of rules. According to an interview given by the Queen's former private secretary for the book The Royals in Australia, Princess Diana once struggled with this very custom. He described the royal family's tradition of gathering in the sitting room after long formal dinners, where everyone was expected to stay and make polite conversation until the Queen herself decided to retire for the evening. It was considered poor etiquette to leave before her, a rule that required patience and a respect for royal protocol. The private secretary recalled how this custom was difficult for Diana, who eventually grew frustrated with the extended conversations and ceremonial atmosphere. In time, Diana began excusing herself early, heading to bed before the Queen, a move that was seen as going against the unspoken rules of royal conduct. Her decision to occasionally leave early, though understandable, was a subtle way of pushing against the formality expected within the royal family. As Meghan Markle prepared to enter the royal family, she undoubtedly encountered similar expectations, including the importance of observing customs like this one. Knowing that maintaining favor with the Queen and respecting royal traditions would be crucial, Meghan likely understood that following these customs would play a key role in her integration. Remaining in the Queen's good graces often meant following these established traditions, however demanding they might seem. Meghan Markle had to give up her day job. In November, it was officially announced that Meghan Markle had stepped away from her role in the popular legal drama Suits. After several successful seasons, Meghan made the significant decision to end her acting career altogether. During an engagement interview with Prince Harry, she reflected on this transition, saying, "It's a new chapter, right? And also, keep in mind I've been working on Suits for 7 years. We were very, very fortunate to have that sort of longevity on a series." Her time on the show had been a meaningful part of her life, allowing her to establish a successful career in acting. She expressed pride in her work, noting, "I've ticked this box, and I feel very proud of the work I've done there." However, as she prepared to embrace her new role in the royal family, Meghan recognized the need to move forward. She added, "Now it's time to work with Harry as a team." This statement reflected her commitment to her future as a royal and her intention to support her fiancé in his royal duties. Stepping away from acting marked a pivotal moment for Meghan, as she was not just leaving behind her career, but also embarking on a new path filled with responsibilities and expectations. By choosing to prioritize her role alongside Prince Harry, she was signaling her dedication to her new life. This decision required her to adjust to a world where the public eye was constantly watching, and where her actions would carry significant weight. Not acting at all. When someone joins a royal family, it is common for them to leave their previous careers behind. This was true for Grace Kelly, who was a celebrated actress before marrying Prince Rainier III of Monaco. Upon entering royal life, she made the difficult decision to step away from Hollywood entirely. Meghan Markle, recognizing the similar expectations placed on her, chose to follow in Grace's footsteps by quitting her role in the popular television series Suits after 7 successful years. In her first joint interview with Prince Harry held in November, Meghan addressed her decision to leave acting. She expressed her perspective, saying, "I don't see it as giving anything up. I just see it as a change." This statement reflected her positive outlook on the transition ahead. Rather than viewing her departure from acting as a loss, Meghan saw it as an opportunity for a new beginning, one that would allow her to focus on her future with Harry and the responsibilities that came with being part of the royal family. Meghan's decision to leave Suits was not just about ending a career. It symbolized her commitment to embracing her new role as a member of the British monarchy. The show had provided her with a platform and a successful career, but as she prepared for her life with Prince Harry, she understood that her priorities were shifting. This meant stepping into a world of royal duties, public engagements, and charitable work, where her contributions could make a significant impact. A new fashion style. Meghan Markle faced a significant change in her fashion style upon marrying into the royal family, and this transition was one of the most challenging adjustments for her. Known for her impeccable fashion sense, Meghan had experienced numerous style evolutions over her 36 years. She had captivated audiences while wearing the classic dresses from her time on The Deal or No Deal, where she showcased a flair for fashion. Many fans fondly remembered her love for outfits that highlighted her legs, and with such stunning pins, it was easy to understand why she embraced that style. However, once she became part of the royal family, Meghan, affectionately referred to as Meghan 2.0 or the American Duchess, had to adopt a more demure wardrobe. This meant saying goodbye to many of the bold fashion choices she had previously made. The rules surrounding royal attire were strict, and Meghan had to navigate them carefully to maintain the respect and dignity expected of her new role. Gone were the days of sporting dark nail polish, which had been a staple in her pre-royal wardrobe. Meghan also had to put away her shorts, as they were deemed too casual for a royal appearance. The same went for her black outfits. These would now only be worn on somber occasions such as funerals or Remembrance Day. She also learned that tights were not suitable for royal engagements, along with faux fur vests, which had previously been part of her chic winter ensembles. Additionally, the royal family's dress code mandated that modesty should reign supreme, meaning that cleavage had to be kept under wraps. Moreover, her love for oversized handbags had to take a back seat. The larger purses she adored would need to be left behind in Canada, with her faithful companion Bogart, who remained there while she stepped into her royal duties. This shift in fashion marked a significant moment in Meghan's life, as she adapted to the expectations of her role within the royal family. Traveling solo is a no-go. Meghan Markle's days of traveling alone were quickly becoming a distant memory after her engagement to Prince Harry. Once she announced their engagement, it was clear that her life would change significantly. According to Express, Meghan was assigned royal protection officers, a standard protocol for anyone entering the royal family. This new level of security was a necessary measure, considering the heightened public interest in her life and the potential risks that come with being a member of the royal family. Royal expert Gordon Rayner highlighted that while royal tours might appear effortless to those watching from afar, the reality was quite different. In fact, these tours could take up to 6 months of meticulous planning before they were executed. Every detail was carefully organized to ensure that the engagements went smoothly. Meghan would soon learn that the schedule could be quite demanding, with site visits rarely lasting longer than 40 minutes. This was often the case as the royals aimed to maximize their outreach and meet as many people as possible during their travels. Moreover, once they visited a location, it was unlikely that they would return to that same place again for some time, if ever. This added an extra layer of importance to each visit, making it essential for Meghan to make a strong impression in her engagements. With this understanding, Meghan prepared to embrace her new responsibilities with enthusiasm, knowing that each event would be an opportunity to connect with the public and represent the royal family. This new way of traveling required Meghan to adapt quickly. Gone were the days of spontaneous trips and personal adventures. Instead, she would be part of a carefully curated royal schedule, where every appearance mattered. Adios partying. Meghan Markle, in her previous life, was known for her love of parties and social gatherings. Whether she was celebrating a cast wrap or enjoying the excitement of Fashion Week, Meghan relished the chance to have a good time. Those days of carefree public fun, however, were now behind her. With her engagement to Prince Harry and her transition into royal life, she understood that her lifestyle would undergo a significant transformation. One major change involved how she shared her life with the public. In the past, she frequently showcased the fun experiences she had, including the delightful goodies she would receive from gift bags at various events. These little perks of celebrity life had been a regular part of her routine. But as a member of the royal family, the rules surrounding gifts and public appearances were more stringent. As Meghan learned, any gifts received as part of her royal duties had to be officially logged. This meant that she would no longer be able to casually share her exciting new treasures or the fun freebies she had collected over the years. Instead, she had to comply with royal protocols that required transparency and accountability. This system ensured that gifts were tracked and disclosed, promoting integrity within the royal household. For those curious about what gifts members of the royal family have received in the past, there is a wealth of information available on their official website. Meghan would have to adapt to this new reality, embracing her role with grace while bidding farewell to the more relaxed aspects of her previous life. Though she might miss the carefree nature of her old parties, Meghan understood that this transition was essential for her new position. Might end up becoming British. Meghan Markle was facing a significant transition as she prepared to say goodbye to her American citizenship. With her engagement to Prince Harry, the reality set in that her life was about to change drastically. It was time to forget about the familiar strains of the Star-Spangled Banner. Her new anthem would soon be God Save the Queen. As she contemplated this major shift, Meghan began to navigate the complex process of moving to the United Kingdom. While technically Meghan could choose to retain her American citizenship and become a dual citizen, it seemed unlikely she would take that route. Instead, she was on a path toward becoming a British citizen, which required her to apply for a family visa. Harry's communications secretary, Jason Knopf, addressed Meghan's journey, stating that she would be compliant with immigration requirements at all times. This assurance highlighted Meghan's commitment to following the proper procedures as she transitioned into her new royal life. Jason went on to explain, "I can also say she intends to become a UK citizen and will go through the process of that, which some of you may know takes a number of years." This was no small undertaking. The process of becoming a British citizen could take several years, requiring patience and perseverance. As part of this application, Meghan and Harry would need to prove that their relationship was genuine. This involved gathering various forms of evidence, which could include records of their email, text, and phone conversations, as well as holiday photos that documented their time together. Additionally, they would likely need to present flight tickets to demonstrate the travels they had shared as a couple. Given their high-profile status and the deep affection they had for each other, it seemed likely that Meghan and Harry would successfully navigate these requirements. The couple had already established a solid foundation of love and partnership, which would undoubtedly help them in this bureaucratic process. With that, we have reached the end of today's video. If you have come this far with us, be sure to check out other videos on the channel.